Buenas tardes, Manta. ¿Cómo está usted? I forgot what I was going to do. I forgot what I was going to do. I'm going this one and forever, forever, forever. But no, when my pillows were standing up right there, and I was like, no. Me veo bien different, ¿verdad? When I have copete. Wait. There's one hair there bothering me. Wait, there's another one. I can see it. Somewhere here it is. Pinche pelo, pinche pelo. Hi, guys. Hola, Manta. ¿Cómo están, Manta? I have to put on my glasses, my loves. I am drinking water today. Ay, te están... Happy New Year, my guys, I was going to tell you something. Wow. So glad to see you. I have not seen you since last year, guys. Last year. It's been a long time. Okay, love. So today, look, it's water. I want no more water. That's not Nick's from when yesterday or the day before, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure anymore. Okay. I was watching this weird movie. Look at Julia made me some chicken salad. And I put tostadas on there to decorate it. But I might not eat them all. Because, you know, I'm trying not to eat tortillas no more and stuff. Start off the year, you know, not being such a fat ass burger, you know. There you go, darling. He just came down because he knew I was going to eat. Is that better? Is that better, darling? Guys, I've been noticing my pictures like... You know, I had lost 11 pounds, but... Dude, like in my pictures, I've been seeing a lot of this fucking bullshit. Like, and I hate it. You know, because I was like, I'm going to lose weight, this is going to go. But I always see it more. Maybe my face is getting thinner this way. I'm just drooping. I don't know what the fuck. But I don't feel nice. You know what I mean? No me siento bonita. Ahorita me tomé unas fotos. I took some pictures going this way. I don't know how that looks. Because you know how I always do it the other way. Oh, let's leave it like this for a little bit. My eyes are so watery. Guys, I got out of the shower. My eyes are so fucking watery. I didn't even feel like taking a shower. I took my shower all sin ganas. Oh. And then let me tell you. Julia, this is fucking bomb. Okay. We didn't have any lettuce for salad, so we just got an order in that she ordered from Sam's a little bit earlier today. So I think she ordered 2 chickens, 2 roasted chickens, the coleslaw mix, the little avocados that I always tell you about from Sam's. There's like 10 or 12 little cups. You've seen them before, I've shown them to you. And sorry. Bell pepper. Everyone has red, yellow, and green. Just want to make this for me. Cut up the bell peppers, little squares, little bit of onion, corn, whatever she shredded from the chicken. mayonnaise. Probably got a little bit of garlic powder and a little bit of pepper. Who pepper? Okay, you know how the other night, Sam and Abram spent the night? Okay, and one time I took this away. Abram bought me this at the swap for $1. And I got out of the bathroom and freaking Max was nibbling on this. I'm like, good cabrón. Well, I didn't see it because I can't see, but he nibbled on that shit. Look at that tip of the airplane. But I hadn't noticed till he said it the other day. How was your New Year's, by the way? We had I did. I mukbang for you guys. And at the end of my video, I forgot to tell you guys that I'd see you next year. I wasn't doing it yesterday, but I was all chancluda. So I just saw a real good movie. Guys, I've been meaning to. It's because the other day I wrote down the names of all the new people and all the people that keep commenting. Thank you very much for your comments. Boom, boom, boom. I don't read them. To be honest, whenever I make the video, I don't read them that day. And I'm sorry, I should. I guess Julia reads them and she'll be like, because she's the one that's handling all my stuff, you know. Mom, the other day que se quede, te dijo esto, te dije, they told you this, they told you that, whatever, you know. Hold on. Put a little bit up higher. Oh, we can almost see Miss Piggy's underwear down there. Cochina. Okay. I told you, remember that ay puto, that I was putting this one and it fell my food. Okay, from here to here, look how little it is. And that one that we're on right now is bigger. So, okay, you can fit easily. But one of the prongs, okay, this part here, I don't know if you can see it, it's a little bit open right there. Right there. Okay. One of those broke off from this phone, from this thingy. And the dog was chewing on it. I think it was Jesse that got it on time and took it, or Julia that took it away from him. But now that he got it again, oh. Calling on the cob. He's supposed to build those square like this. Well, now he ripped up the top, so it's just one side. I have to pull it with my finger and hands because it punctures you, because it's hard plastic, you know. I do. Anyway, me sacó los ojos. Did you see that? Almost in my eye. Let me just put it on something else. Oh, a mother's crime. You know what, guys? Let me. Infierno en Black Rock. I guess it's in Spanish. Guys, there's a movie on Tubi. Okay, hold on. Turning on the fan because now I'm getting hot. Oh, look. I wanted to see that one. I just saw it. You know the one with Jennifer Lopez and the fuck is it? Mark Anthony. The cantante. I like that one. Let me put it on there so it could start. Oh shit, fuck. Oh wow, right next to it is Selena. I haven't seen Selena in a long time. Okay, hold on. Let's just put it on like this. Okay, so let me see. There, I think. No, I'm too. Okay, Pippi Longstockings, right? Y'all know who Pippi Longstockings is? Back in the 70s. I was born in 69, okay? So in the 70s, I'm gonna say, well, I already knew. I already had memories. So, must have been about 8, 9, 10, I don't know. But there was a show called Pip, or a movie. I don't even remember if it was a show or a movie. But the little girl was called Pippi Longstockings. She was a little girl. Oh. Hey, espérame. There. She wore some braids, but they were like this. Out, like this, out. And she used to be very traviesa. She had freckles. She wasn't even that cute. But she did a lot of stuff, you know. And traviesa, like tomboyish. Which reminds me of me. Yeah, I can remember. This little girl used to climb trees and kick rocks and play and I don't even remember what she did, but she was a little travesita. The other day when I went to these, I told you they were ordering the shortbread. Remember I told you about the pecan? When I was gonna come and get one, I had only eaten one, okay? I kept looking for it, me and Samantha. And I was like, ay, ¿por qué no con lechita, con leche? Then they said that Jessie ate them all. Thank you very much. So she ordered me some more. Don't you guys have those bras that have the underwire and that wire is just right here poking at you? But sometimes you can go like, hold on, like this. And it'll bend, and at least it won't be looking like this, so stupid, you know? It bothers me. Oh, está bien dura esa madre. So anyways, yeah, I didn't buy one. I was going to buy a bottle of wine, and then at the end I didn't. But oh, I remember now. Y'all saw me. I was giving the baby Scooby turkey leg, yal max. Well, entonces el papi no bajaba, pues no agarró. But he ate off of them too. We were giving them. Oh, what else did she make? Oh, the baked potato was real good. Real good, because she could have been having to do that. I'm not going to say me. She did everything. She cut them in half and put them in the oven. Or no, I think she wrapped them whole, actually. Then cut them for us, and then it's because me, since I was little, you know, when I would help my mom make food and stuff, I loved it. I loved all the kitchen shit, you know. I love to rearrange it real pretty in the plate. If you noticed, I put my tostaditas around real nice. It has to look nice. Yeah. There's that. I feel the pelos are not cooperating. It's like, because I told you to look pretty on me, damn it. I haven't put my eyeshadow like this in years. I usually just do it right here like that. And I put like a light glitter purple under, and this one's pink to match my blouse. And I was trying to do like pink, like it came out a little darker. I didn't want to put on blush because after all these pictures that I take, guys, I'm going to tell you something. I don't think I'm Billy Badass or nothing like that. But in Facebook, especially the foreigners, they all tell me I'm so beautiful, blah, blah, blah. I love it. I love it when they tell me pretty things because, girl, if I wipe this all off, ooh, I'm not a pretty woman. Then that's the truth. I'm not a pretty woman. But when I put on my makeup and stuff, then I feel pretty, you know? I didn't go to church last Sunday, and it was the last Sunday of the month, of the year. Oh, you know why? Because Julia had told me. I have arthritis in my hands, okay? 1, 2, 3, and this one's going to this one. They're starting to, like, they hurt, and sometimes they'll get stuck and I have to go, you know? Last time, this lady at this place gave me some shots. I don't even remember if it was here or here, but it was supposed to help. And it helped a little, but it's starting to get it again. Especially at night, because I like to sleep like this. And when I wake up to go pee and I realize that my hands are spin, I'm like, and I start straining and go pee, and then I come back and I try to lay it down flat because I don't want it to doblar, no, you know? But I'm 56, which is still young for an arthritis person. Usually when you start getting bended like that and the bones is more like in your late 60s, 70s, I believe, that I've seen. I know, I'm not, I know I'm going to end up like that later on. Just try to avoid getting it to that point, you know? So I'm always massaging my fingers and stuff, especially when I'm at church. Okay, and then this was I do believe I showed you guys my nails last time, right? I've had them for a week and some. These ones haven't come off at all. It's a little one. Happy late birthday to Gina and Nikki. It was their birthday the other day. They were almost New Year's babies. They have the same birthday. Isn't that nice? That means that we're meant for each other. Amen. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños, China y Mickey. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Bendiciones a ti. Bendiciones a ella. I do it. I'm singing it in Spanish. It says, "Happy birthday and God bless you. Happy birthday." There it goes. It's because our church is Spanish speaking. Do you know what Spanish is? Do you know it? Anyways, I hope you guys had a good time. I let Sam and Brahma sleep on my bed for a little bit. And I laid here and everybody was upstairs taking a little nap after we ate. And I was here, it was 10 o'clock. I was starting getting a little sleepy, but I said, no, let them rest on my bed. My bed's real comfortable and it's a queen size, so it'll be comfortable for them. They got a little full size at their house. And so, the last time that they spent the night on Christmas, Pobrecitos, pues, we had already said, yeah, well, just make a bed here on the floor where they have a lot of blankets. Oh. Pobrecitos, I don't want them sleeping on the floor. That's fucked up. I can fall asleep on the couch when I'm watching a movie, but just for a little bit. Because then I'm on red alert, red alert, red alert. If the dogs come down and I'm asleep, they'll jump on me and they'll hurt you. They stick their paws out, you know? So, I said to myself, I have a little bit of money. Might as well. I keep seeing the freaking Timo couches that blow up, you know, pop up. I'll just get them one, you know, and then whenever they come, we can extend it out and they'll be comfortable. And then we were like, what are we going to do with this couch? And the secret, I'm waiting for iPod and Shane. You know those covers on top of your sofa? I bought one for a love seat. And it's black. But I was almost thinking of, do we just throw this one away? What the fuck? No. I'm just gonna. In the end. No, I didn't really want to. Because I just showered and then I turned on the fan because it's hot in here. Your fan's on too. The other day when I put on the cowboy hat, I was looking, I bought a tube top that looks like black leather. I had another sexy one that had like muscle shirt type for not ever wearing it. The top and the bottom got all fucked up just being there in the closet, you know, because it's not real leather, it's vinyl. And all the little pieces of glass. And I know I bought some little sexy black wannabe leather shorts and I haven't gotten them. I mean, I don't look alright because I'm fat, you know, but I like it. So, if I like it, I like it. I remember my black boots came in. So I want to wait till I get those little black shorts in and wear my black boots. For y'all. And the pretty tube top. Well, not the boots. Y'all aren't going to see the boots for that, pero I don't like to go out like this because if a strong wind comes, my wig is going to fly straight off. And I don't ever like, I make wigs until cheap. And I have a little bit of hair and it's fine and it's it won't grip on with the little combs too well. So you know, if you don't have an accident, let it fly off in front of everybody. That really happened to me too. It was so hilarious, guys. Ask anybody about it, and they'll go, "Ay, no, estás bien loca." I'm the only, I'm the only one that's crazy there. I remember last year, we went to take a picture in Thanksgiving or something. I had just come back because I left for 1 year. I had just come back, so I felt embarrassed a little. They were going to all take a picture, and then they all kept saying, "Come on here, mama, here, mama." And I felt good because they invited me. So when I was going to go there, and I had lost a little bit of weight, my underwear was going to fall off. And how many then I said, "Antares, me están cayendo los calzones." Dudes, they all laughed so much, but it was just like the ladies. But still, it was funny, but I didn't mean it to be funny. It was the truth. Could have fallen off. What's up, and Christine? Christine Espinosa just had a birthday too. Not too long ago. Who else? Shout out to Angelica Cotero. And I kept forgetting the word. Cotoro. We were not able to add each other as friends in Facebook, but we have each other on Messenger, so I'm able to tag her. Hello, Angelica. Okay, I want to eat a lot of tostadas. Then it's tortilla, right? But I love chicken salad on a tostada, and some salsita, or if you have chile curtido en vinagre, jalapeños. That always se me antoja, and by the time I'm gonna eat something like that, maybe we do have the curtidos in the fridge, but I'm like, Okay, see. Earlier, was it today? Julia? Darling? I don't know if it was today or yesterday. Ya ves que se me va el pinche. Where are you? El pinche Delta 45. We could hear a baby crying. I had just seen this man that lives, Julia says he lives next door. He's a hottie. And he was usually like on the weekends out there with his two little kids. I guess he bought them like scooters. They're little, like 5 and 4 maybe, something like that. And I had just seen him pass by, and then Julia went like that, and I said, "Oh, it's the guy with his babies." And not too long after that, ay, pobrecito, el baby estaba llorando bien feo, and I'm sure she fell really bad because he was crying really bad. Only because I'm always in here in my house in shorts or underwear. If not, I would have ran out there to see if it was okay. Although I probably couldn't have helped them. Pobrecito. I told you that. I said, poor baby. I bet you he scraped his hand real bad. Pobrecito, his knees maybe. I don't want to stop crying, poor baby. I never seen him up close, but he is hot. He looks hot, that vato. And I like him because he They're always out there with his babies. You don't see that around here. All the kids are running around como locos on their bikes, and no, I'm always afraid that once in a while you do get some stupids that go really fast in here, and they're not supposed to, because this is inside the whole apartment thingy, and you can run over a kid because they're like running everywhere, you know. I'm like, oh, one of these days you're gonna run over a baby. Oh my god. My kids, if they were gonna play outside, I was sitting there watching them. Outside. I couldn't let them be out there. No, and I'm such a... Ever since I had my Samantha, I was always like, wow, you know. Just one lady. Everybody called her a doctor, but she was no doctor. Over here on this side of town, one of the busy streets is called Donovan, right? Which is where my church is at. There was a place. We have a prison down here. What is it called? La Tuna. Somewhere around there. My dad took me when I was like, I don't know, 21 maybe. I don't know. But I know my mom had already passed away. And he took me. He was always taking me to these diet doctors and Juarez and everywhere. Fucking, all they did was traumatize me more. We went to this lady, and it said doctora outside, I remember. And it was like a herbal place where you buy a lot of hierbas and shit. And a lot of like natural capsules, you know. Well, she wasn't a real doctor, but she's called an iridologist, which is people that have studied, I'm sure, you know, reading your iris, your eyeball. And so she was telling me a bunch of stuff, yeah. I think I must have weighed like 160, I don't know, something like that. But I wasn't a little bone like all the other girls, you know. I was reinita. She told me this freaking bitch. I hate her. Let me reword that. God bless her the rest of her life if she still lives. But I hated her at the moment because she told me that I was never going to have babies. Because I was gordita. Vieja pinche. Vieja pinche. You know, I always tell my kids once in a while when we talk about it. Sometimes Sam will say, maybe I'm going to be like you and not have children. And I tell her, no, Dios te va a dar niños. He knows when, at what time. But for all those years, I didn't think. For like 5 years, she has me tramada. Back then, okay. Back then, I was more like, fuck it, if I'm not gonna have babies, why even wear protection? But back then, when I was growing up, like, nobody wore condoms. It was a big hole. No lie. I was a big fucking hole. Más puta que la show. I didn't really care, you know. Back then, and still to this day, dudes would just screw you and leave you, you know, hit it and quit it. But with me, it was so different. All the fuckers kept coming back or kept calling me or knocking on my door. Es cara bien puta. Anyways, it's true. God works in mysterious ways, and the day that I spoke to God with all my heart, and I was laying in my bed, I'm gonna tell you the truth, okay? I was alone in my house that day, but my house was always full of friends. Oh, I'm not crying just because my eyes are. I had gone to donate plasma. Let's see if you can see. I have this awful scar here and another one here. And I think I did this arm a couple of times, but I don't think I have a scar in this one. No, a baby little one. But this, I remember back then, and I would tell her, I just don't want to have a scar. I don't want people to think that I'm a junkie or something. Yeah. Nowadays, you meet people that are in their 40s, 50s like me, and we all have that fucking plasma scar. I wouldn't do it again ever. And I never did it again after I had Sam. Anyways, so I used to go to... I thought it was so hilarious. If you have ever donated plasma or gone with somebody when they do it, it looks like a bottle of piss, but it's your plasma. You set it there so you can get paid, right? One time you see somebody standing there and I go, oh, and they faint, and I would laugh like a stupid. I thought that was so hilarious, guys. That's what I get por andar de payasa, ¿verdad? Okay. One time, I used to donate away on Dyer Street. I was gonna put my thing and I start feeling like, oh, I'm feeling a little woozy here. I was like, what the fuck? I was fighting it because I'm not gonna fucking faint in front of everybody. The fuck? I had never fainted. So, I sat down, drank water, just sat there for a little bit to control myself. Then I walked across the street where I would get the bus and it would come close on my street, but I had to walk like 4 or 5 blocks still. And I had just gotten paid. And you get paid twice, you can do it twice a week that I remember, and the second time is more money. Back then, okay. I think your first donation of the week you'd get $20 or $25. And then the next day before the week was over, if you went again, you'd get $35. Something like that. I might bet myself again. The lady was coming. She was coming to my room. I gave him my money. They said, when you bite yourself because you're telling a lie, but I know I'm not lying, I don't lie. Okay, well. Right there where the bus stop was, with the little capuchito and everything, there was also a payphone. I wasn't feeling well. And the bus had just passed by, so it's going to take like another hour, another 45 an hour. And I said, fuck it, but I have money. I called a taxi and got a ride home, right? So I went inside. In the morning, I had made some little chuletas, real thin steaks. And I left one in the pan. And then I got hungry and I was eating it. And then I peed, and then I laid down. I I think that's the way it went. And then I started feeling like, oh, like asco. And I said, maybe because it's summertime, maybe I left it out there in the stove and it stayed too long. Maybe it's sick, or something. So I just couldn't get this feeling off of me, like wanting to barf, like spinning a little, shit like that. Oh no, but I had never felt like that. And then, out of nowhere, because I was not a praying woman, I started saying to God that that if He would send me a baby, I wouldn't drink no more, party, and do all the shit that I was doing. Then I used to work at the Church's Chicken on Alameda, but I had a little blue station wagon. And then, I was at work and I was going to get out later and it was snowing outside, I remember. And I remember we had this big tambos like this, not tambo, like a Tupperware thing, about this deep. And you had to throw in all the coleslaw, and then you had to put on gloves and throw in the Miracle Whip, mix it by hand. And I remember I was doing that. And then I felt like barfing. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm dripping by myself back there. And I said, maybe I even smelled the mayo. Maybe it's rotten or something. The fuck? But never in my head did it cross that I was pregnant. Never. So that happened to me at the plasma and then at work. And then, I don't remember how, but a week or two later, I found out I was pregnant. But was I like fucking 4 months, guys? That's how it went with my 3 babies. I was really like 3 or 4 months. I couldn't tell. Nobody could tell because I was already gordita, Let's get some more water, Put this over here. And then make it water. It's the little water dispenser. Well, I had one of these water dispensers before for many years, and it only had a little blue lever that was for cold water, and then the other one that was for al tiempo, room temperature. And then some cool new ones started coming out that had hot water. I was like, maybe one day I'll buy it. Finally, Julia bought it. I don't remember if I went halves on it with her. I don't remember. But I know I have a treadmill. That treadmill that was going around in Tamo or Shane. That is just, it doesn't have bars. I think that was about $150 and me and Julia went halves on it. We set it up and everything for my safety because of my diabetes and my freaking little vertigo mareos and shit. I had a walker, the aluminum one, so I put that one in the front. That way I could hold on and go like this. Girl, I only was able to walk 2 fucking minutes. How you doing? No lie. I probably can't even stand 1 minute. Mama. Is that you, mother? Yesterday, I don't know what. She tells me, get yourself, mother. I thought she said, motherfucker. I said, no me andes diciendo así, ¿qué te pasa? Mother trucker. Ay, cabrona, le dije, no me digas así. I've always let them cuss, and I've always told them that if they feel they need to cuss, pues to do it, as long as we're at home and they're not doing kind of people, right? Like that little girl that comes out in the YouTube, in a TikTok, that, no, I don't have TikTok, but you know how some TikToks jump into your Facebook? There's this little lady, like, and the table like this, like me. And then the little girl runs out, she said, Mom, can I say it backward? And then the mom goes, like, yeah, you. And she goes, you motherfucking bitch. And dice a la hermanita. It was fucking hilarious. And every chance that I would see it, I would upload it because I think it's hilarious. But no, but don't do what I do. Don't let your kids cuss. Show them to respect. But let me tell you something, okay? I had a friend, I'm not going to say her name, but that would tell me. I had 3, she had 2. So your kids are so freaking respectful. And I said, and I have criarlos by myself practically all this time, you know. Yeah, I had my husband, Miguel, but my husband wouldn't like do discipline or, you know, he wouldn't even talk, period. This vato was so vergonzoso to be here in the United States. He thought that everybody was a gabacho, was American, and they were all going to speak to him in English, and he didn't know how to answer. So he would get all scared, and I would tell him, dude, you're already a resident, you know, I fixed those papers. Ain't nobody could tell you shit now. Nobody could tell you have a social security, you have your permit to work, you have everything, you know. I would have finished fixing him to become a citizen, but he didn't want to study English. And then it's because, okay, when kids are young, if they hear somebody pronouncing something wrong, it's funny. And since I'm crazy, and I always had that childlike mind, when I would hear people speaking in English, and I know, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to offend anybody. If I would hear somebody not say it correctly, me daba risa. So sometimes Julia would try to tell Miguel, you know, to say words or whatever. And he would say them funny with the accent, with the Mexican accent, and we would all just start laughing. So, menos quería el pobre. I remember she was one day in the bed sitting with him trying to teach him like the colors. And she had a little flashcards. I always bought the flashcards. What's this? Pues una naranja. And then she'll say, ajá, ¿cómo se dice en inglés? And then he would be like, he would always go like this. And he'd be thinking about it. And then she would say, orange. But he couldn't say orange. He would say orange. And when he said orange, pues we couldn't stop laughing. But no, I don't mean to laugh. I mean, I wish all of them would learn. All Mexican people that can't speak English could learn it. Let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you something. And this is no lie. Ya saben que me está escuchando. When I was in school, sometimes little kids would be transferred to our school. When I was in high school, okay, that were from Juarez. These kids did not know how to speak English. Boom, boom, boom. They stick them in those classes. I think they're called ESOL, where they teach them English. Boom, boom. They know how to speak English. Granted, not perfectly read. You know what I mean? Hi, baby. I told Jesse earlier that as soon as I have money, I went at the stores to get like 3 or 4 bags of sour candies because we're going to do that sour challenge. Not me. I can't stand it. But he's going to sit here, mi amor? No, I told you right now earlier. Remember when you came down?
No.
I said, remind me when I have money when we're at the grocery. Yeah, then you do remember. But I already told me before anyways. Because he told me he would dare do that. And I said, with me on film? And he said, yeah. And I was like, you guys get to see Jesse. When he was little, he used to come in here and put his little face. And right away he would say, and don't forget to comment, to like, comment, and subscribe to my mom's channel. Y wow, ¿te acuerdas, papi? Ay, precioso, mi bebé. Whenever I get the memories from my Facebook when he was so little, he was such a cute baby, no lie. Very well loved by everybody. He's got sangre liviana. Everybody loves Julia because she's a complete angel, but she hardly doesn't talk. Neither. She's like her dad in that sense. And Samantha, oh, everybody loved her because she was crazy like me. Pues sí, es mi hija. What do we expect for that? The other day, when they were here, I think I told you maybe, I was eating a fudgesicle. And my dogs didn't want to lick. And I gave him some and he was licking it. And I don't gross out. I know it's gross. You shouldn't do that. Bacteria, they lick their cola, they lick everything. But I don't gross out. And I saw that even Abram did that to his little dog, Scooby. I was like, ¿no te das cuenta? He goes, no. And I go, a mí tampoco. I know it's gross. You shouldn't do it, blah, 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 all that stuff. But I do. Fuck it. So I gave Scooby some. And then he would keep licking it, and I would lick it, and he would lick it. And then he did one more. He started running like a motherfucker. And then Samantha started like, ya se puso toda pinche hyper el Scooby. Oh my, mommy, has ADHD. El pinche Scooby así, cabrón. He's little. He's so cute. I don't know why, but he likes to jump a lot and skip. And so he looks, if you ever look at, I've already told you guys, if you ever look at YouTube and you write down horses farting, sometimes they run and then they lift up their hind legs and así parece este cabrón perrillo. I bought my daughter a stroller for the dog. It's blue, light blue, real pretty. I know she won't see this video anyways. And I'm waiting for it. And earlier right now, I don't know if I had started already the video or not. I heard, no, I think it was pretty put on makeup. I heard like if somebody leaned something on the wall. And I said, it's a stroller because it's going to come in a big box, I imagine. Pero no había nada. No había nada. But it's on my list that says that your packages will soon arrive, y la chingada. ¿Verdad, papi?
What?
And you get to choose those sour candies, eh? I want him to get like sour worms, the gummies.
Oh, there's a lot of like really sour candies though.
I know. Get like 4, maybe. You want to try like 4?
Yes.
Because you know, I'll probably lick it and be like, but he has to. They're doing this little ball. I don't know if you've seen it. And you have to leave it in your mouth and swish it around. So when he does it, and the vato's giving him, I think $100 if they do it. And they're all like, it's fucking hilarious, dude. And then after, in the end, like, I guess you finally licked off all the lime, and then it starts getting sweet, and you're like, well, now it tastes like candy.
I mean, yeah,
I can't do that. I don't know
where that is. I don't know where those are, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like warheads and I forgot what it's called, the toxic chemicals.
Wait, you're gonna be 14, right? Yeah. When I was your age in Los Angeles, everybody would eat this little thing. They were called saladitos, and I never saw them here in El Paso. I think I saw them in a couple of grocery stores, but they didn't have all the kinds that they. And over there, everybody was always buying saladitos. I don't know if you guys know what it is. I think it's like a little dried plum.
Depending on what it's made of.
I think it's a little dried plum. Like the prunes that I eat, it's kind of like, looks like that, but it's either red around from chilito or like gray because it has like sal y limon. And my cousins and everybody would eat them. Oh, my older cousins, especially with their beer, they would be eating saladito. They only have saladitos. I can't, guys. I can't. There's also one, that's called like a jawbreaker, and it never. You never get to candy. It's just pure sour. ¿Cómo se llamaban esas? Jaws. What are those candy called, Jesse, that are big? They're balls and they don't break. Jawbreakers. Hello.
Yeah.
Jawbreakers. I've seen jawbreakers that are even when I was young, I used to eat these little yellow ones. They still exist. They're called lemon heads, and they sell them at the theaters when you go watch a movie. I was able to eat those, but making my face, and you had to bite it around right away so all the little lemon can melt. Ah! And then boom. Then you taste it. You see how this lipstick always wears off? These are the Chipwoods. My friend Candy's little girl, she likes playing with makeup. Like I wanted to give them to her, but maybe they won't like it if I give them to her. Anyways, I'm just waiting for somebody to come around that I know will wear them. I mean, it's gonna get smeared if I do this. Look, when I'm eating a sandwich or ahorita, it gets all red right here. It's not even getting that red right now, but yeah, it does. And anyways, I know when I finish my video, pues I ain't gonna go nowhere. Ain't nobody gonna come over, you know. Tomorrow, I never have appointments or nothing. I'm just gonna relax in my bed. I have to relax in my bed. I'm always in bed because of my back, you know. My neck and my back. No, just kidding. There was this man when we used to go to the baile, and he would dance real cool with his little boots, his skinny legs, and a big panza, like me now, and his cowboy hat. But his eyes were green. But he wasn't handsome, but he thought he was the shit. Anyway, so he would dance. And then I would always be recording him because he would go. I think I have one video left of him. He's dancing and then he'll go. I thought that was so hilarious. And now I see another one. Oh, I don't know why I didn't like that girl. I didn't like her. In those swap meet dances that I watch, there's like 3 or 4 of them. And there's this one where, in fact, Miss Margie Peña, and she's my friend on Facebook. Margie is I don't know if y'all have seen her. Elizabeth Torres probably knows who it is. Because Elizabeth's the one that told. Because when I saw the guy Bronco there dancing, I got all excited. I was like, oh my God, Bronco. And then I put him up on Facebook. And then I said, look, you know, Bronco's dancing at the swap. And then she had told me, no, it's an imitator. And I was like, are you serious? Anyways, he's not my friend on Facebook, but his wife Norma is. She's my friend on Facebook. And we're always, you know, liking each other and shit. Sometimes when I feel like fighting, I'll go in there because everybody talks so much shit to them to Bronco and Norma. It's because Norma, when she does her hair and wears certain clothes, she looks like Vivi Gaitán. You know who that is? I don't have the rights to her song, okay, but quítame ese hombre, quítame ese lele de estar con él. See? Shane ordered deliver. Might be listening for the door. Because where I live, where I live, guys, well, I guess it happens to a lot of people in a lot of places, not just because I live in townhouses. This is called a townhouse. Pero guys, let me tell you something, man. The people here. And I grew up, I mean, I didn't grow up in the projects, but my kids grew up in when I was 29, 30, and Samantha was like 4 or 5 years old, por ahí, is when we got our first project. So she grew up in the projects, and Sam and Jesse. And I always was scared because people would say that people from the projects, this and that, que puros cholos, que puro desmadre. I never saw nothing or you know, when I fucking come trip out. My little girl, I was so happy because we were finally gonna leave my dad's house. My dad was an asshole with us. Yo lo haya perdonado. My dad was an asshole. My little girl was like 3, 4 years old when we were still there. We had to stay in the room where he let us live. And God forbid, like if he came home, because he was always going to his girlfriend's house, if he came home and walked in and saw me in the living room watching TV, and my little girl, well, she was barely walking and stuff, he'd be like, que no va a quebrar eso, que no va a hacer eso. And now I'm like that, and I hate it because I have that of him. And I hate it so much because my poor son-in-law, Probably on the inside he hates me. No, it's because sometimes I'll be telling him, like, we're eating, and then I'll see him get a little, where is it? Fork. Oh, that's careless. Well, here it is. I always have toothpicks all my life. I have to have toothpicks in the car and here. All my life, right? And I cannot eat without napkins. I always have my... Wait. Best believe, I always have my roll of napkins or the square napkins. Pero I cannot eat without napkins. You know, it's just, I've always been acostumbrada like that. My friends' kids would come over to my house before and eat, and they would just rub it on their pants, and I would tell them, toma, mija, una napkin. No, nosotros no somos napkins. And I was like, ay, mija, para que te limpie los... pues me la limpio. Okay, whatever. But yeah. Ay, también el papá de la Samantha Poncho, también, que Dios lo tenga en su santa gloria. That dude had a chair that he loved at his house, a little comfy chair with old material. It was an oldie kind. He would finish eating, or he would be eating right there, and go like this to the sofa. And I would tell him, ay, no seas cochino, here's a napkin. Nah, mi mom no se enoja. And I'll be like, my God. This is because it's the way you raise your kids, and mi respeto, everybody has raised them however they want to, you know what I mean? But anyways, this person that I tell you would tell me that she had never met kids like mine that were so good and so respectful and everything. But when I would get mad at them, and if she was here, I would tell, like, Sam or something, shut the fuck up or something like that, because that's my mouth. And then she was like, ay, don't talk to her like that. And then I would look at her and whatever. But there came a time when, yeah. And I said, friend, whatever her name is, remember how you said that you love the way my kids are and the way they, as soon as you walk in, they're all like, whatever. I said, they're like that because I've taught them. Don't get scared when I cuss at them. That is why they're always en línea. Porque soy cabrona con ellos. I mean, not that my mom and dad mistreated me at all, no. But, I don't know, I'm like that. And I know sometimes that when I get mad at the dogs, I want to hit them too. But more, what I do, it's right here. They're cabrones, my dogs. But you can't do nothing or say nothing because they're dogs. They don't know any better. I have fly sweaters. They know. And I'll hit something like this on the table and be like, and I say it in a mean voice so they know and they get out right away, right? I have these everywhere. But not just for them, because hace poco estaban las flies, pero ya no están las pinches flies. But I don't hit them. You know what's really hard for us, and we've had to hit them, and I'm not lying, all of us, when they fight, oh my God, it is so fucking hard to tear them apart. You have to hit them or something because they won't let go. Oh my God. And then my fear is that one of them will bite off one of the eyes of the other or something, And the little baby, when he comes, well, he doesn't know, he's just playful. He loves to bite their tail and bite them, and he'll stand up and bite them. And the baby's a humper. He's always humping on my shoe. And then the girls are eating or whatever, we're watching movies, and they come and hump my damn foot with my chancla. Not this one, only my right foot, okay? And then I tell, hey, can you have sex with grandma again? And my kids are like, ay, ama, cállate. Well, he's having sex with my foot again. He's going to get it pregnant. And I just start acting stupid, right? Yeah, I think it's because they're dirty as fuck, okay? Because I wear them every day. Deja de bonito. Mira cómo tan sucias. I wear them outside. I used to wear them to church when they were nice and clean. And sometimes I want to throw them in the washer, but then one night Julia just threw them away and had ordered me a new pair. They're Walmart. They're like $5, $6. Ya están muy sucias. It's because when you have pets or kids, or even oneself, you could spill something by accident or something, and it's sticky, it's dirty, you know. And we don't. I'm not gonna lie. We're not the type to sweep them up every day. We're not. We should, okay, but we're not. In my house, when I was alone and before I had my babies and everything, I was not the type. Like when I met my best friend Olga, and they came from Juarez. And I noticed that all the kids from Juarez, they're so different than the kids from here. So different. That's what I was telling you earlier about when they go to ESL classes. And before you know it, they fucking mastered the English language. You can hear the little Mexican accent. But those kids would get straight A's. Y uno que estaba ahí, pinche ABCD. You know, toda pendeja si yo sabía inglés. I would always trip out on that, and I've always given credit for the kids from Juarez, because also the way that they're raised, you better, since you're a little sweep, even if they have a little dirt floor, you better sweep it. You better pick up every day sweep, mop it, and put Clorox and this and that. My mom would clean and pick up, and my sister too, when I was growing up. But my job was on Saturdays, so that's when we would do more like, not deep cleaning, but more the cleaning, right? Like in the mornings, it was time for me and my little brother. We had to go and pick up the shits outside from our dogs, right? Which we hated, but you know, you have to. There's things you have to do. You don't want people passing by and smelling that it smells like dog shit. You know what I mean? My dad was always very, very clean. I can't say no about him. He was probably cleaner than my mom. Was very clean, but my mom was a whiz at cooking. My aunt, and we all still remember to this day, she already passed away. She would be in her house, and we'd come over, and she would be bending down to pick up little shits from the carpet. If she saw a little lanita or whatever, she had that habit, and then she had the habit of telling me and my sister, close your legs, because we wanted to sit. I tell you, I was a tomboy. I would want to sit like this. No. Close your legs. And if I had a dress, she'd pull it down. But they helped in that way. In that sense, that was good. Too, like my best friend Sandra, Nana, she always, like, because she was raised by her grandma too. Remember Nana? Nana, her grandma would always tell her, put shorts under, because there's a lot of men here. And wow. A lot of people would go and party over there with her mom. And the aunt and the uncle. And they all lived there in this big house. And so, yeah, her grandma was always telling me to look out. So I noticed that she always would wear her little shorts under. I never did that. I grew up in the era where if your dress was transparente, translucent, then you would wear a slip, you know. Nowadays, nobody wears slips, right? Nowadays, if you go in and buy a dress that's like that, you won't wear a fondo. You'll just not wear it and wear something that's not shown like that. Or some sexy girls that don't mind showing que se te ve el calzón todo, like we have this. Well, I better not say it. Somebody but me might be like this. Well, fly on the wall. See, I drank enough water for today. And then look, see? With those lipsticks, that's what I like. I don't know why. Those matte lipsticks, I don't know if it's because it's matte. My other ones and these ones. After it kind of wears off, it gets on your cuerito and you have to be taking it off. I love to take it off. Take it off, motherfucker, take it off. Ya me voy, guys, because it's already more than an hour. Like an hour and 10 minutes almost. That was a lot of talking. Anyways, again, happy birthday to Nikki Gina, Christina Espinosa. Shout out to Angelica Cotero. Shout out to Elizabeth, to Amber Geek. I'm sorry I don't mention it. Somebody, and I think I said it the last time, I think it was a new guy, had said, do I have Instagram? No, I don't. Like I said, I'm a dinosaur. I don't know nothing about that stuff. If Julia was to go in there and, you know, I know that it would help me a lot if I did Instagram. I always call it Snapchat. Snapshot. What is it? Is it called Snapchat? Snapchat. But I call it Snapchat. All those things that are coming up, you know. There's also a channel called, it's like YouTube. Oh, You Now. And I think they had said that when that one started that you could make more money there. It's taken me almost 6 years to make my first 100, and that's all I have gotten. Neta. And it's my fault because I don't go live, you know. Who the fuck's not gonna laugh at me? Look at my face, man. Don't be chewy here. Of course I'm gonna cause a couple of chuckles, you know. I'm in my underwear, guys, but I didn't mind. I got it because these came out. These are 4X. I bought them in Shane, and there's black, white, and pink. And it's because supposedly my real body is supposed to be XL, but I think more like a 2X. But in Shane and Temu, you have to get like 2 sizes bigger. You have to get 2 sizes bigger. So, how did you guys like it? I love the way I look with cowboy hats, with tanditos. I haven't done my tanditos. I'll probably start doing them. I was watching, I bought these pink things. I showed them to you guys. That is like this, with the little legs. And you open it, and I think it has like 4 prongs like this. So you can put it's for the wigs. It's a setter for your wig. And I was looking at more because I have a shitload of wigs, guys. But now, like mostly like when we've lived here, which is going to be 5 years, I believe. Most of the wigs that I've bought are from downtown. And then later I started ordering from I was going to say Anaconda, Amazon, and just started going crazy ordering my wigs from there. So, you know. And I never learned, or let me say, no offense to anybody, but you know how the black sisters, when they wear wigs and they glue them down, I'm afraid to glue them down. I'm afraid that my 3 pelos are going to get stuck there and I'm going to stay more freaking pelona que la chingada. That's why I don't do the glue thing. And I've collected money, guys, and then it's supposed to be like for us to go and give 1,000, 1,500 down for a car, and you know, this booby's more over here. But it's because the places that I find cars that I like, that will accept like 1,000, 1,500 down, they're really far in Alameda. Over there in Alameda, they have a shitload of car lots, but though. I think I only bought 1 car on Alameda. And a lot of people can tell you, don't buy the cars on Alameda because they're all lemons. And it's true. It's true. When I bought my blue Chevrolet Corsica, which I stayed with it for like 9 years, I think. As soon as we drove it out and we're driving down the street, boom, it broke down. I don't even remember what the hell it had, but I had to pay. You know what little I had. But I paid it cash, though. I paid it cash. I've always had to pay my cars cash. Just my husband is the one that whenever he had his Dodge Ram, and it was like really big tires, not super, super big, but it did look like a little monster truck. And it was nice. And he looked badass driving it, you know, se guachaba de que mi viejo. And then it was funny because my man was like blanquito, like me, but he had mustache and beard like this. Se guachaba como pinche veterano gangster, no lie. And I even had people throughout the years tell me, ¿qué barrio te eras de tu ruco? And I would be like, no es un cholo, no, él no es de barrio, él es de un ranchito en México. O es que se guacha familiar, o se guacha cabrón, o blah. And he never wanted a tattoo in his life. But he was a very good man. I can't say nothing about him. You can ask anybody that knew me from back in the day. Everybody, all my friends, and no lie, they envied my marriage. They envied because he was such a good man. He let me take over everything, right? Because of him not wanting to speak English. So he was always embarrassed or everything. So it looked like I was bossing him around, but no. I was just trying to teach him, you know, and I got used to it because he would give me like $100 bill if we would go eat somewhere. He would tell me, "Tu paga." He didn't even want to go conversate with people. I know, but at the same time, everybody loved him. Everybody would tell me, "Yeah, yo no tenía la sangre liviana este vato." My dad loved him. My brothers loved him. My sister, when he passed away. Then when she saw me with a vato, and I was just going out with him a little bit. It wasn't my boyfriend. She cried so much. I had never seen her cry. I had to tell this dude, "You know what? It's over." And also, we had a little fight that day. And I remember he told me, "Well, can I eat something before you?" And I told him, "No, just get the fuck up. Get the fuck up." I felt bad because I had never seen my sister there. And my sister would tell me, "You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to be with somebody so fast." And I was like, to my sister, "My husband already passed away, girl. I'm not the type that I didn't want to be alone, And then for the last maybe 7 years that we were married, we hardly didn't have sex, We couldn't because he had diabetes and he had already 2 heart attacks, and I wasn't gonna die without it, Yeah, granted, before I met him, that's when I was a big asshole. But I wasn't gonna, you know what I mean? So after he died, I kind of became a little hoe again for a little bit. But they were my boyfriends. I had one that was with him for 11 months, and I had to let him go because he was doing something that I didn't like and doing it in my house. And as long as I saw that he wasn't getting out of control, but he started getting too weird. But he bought me, not this table, my other table, and he bought me the buffet. If I would tell him, because he would spend the weekend with us, I would tell him in the morning, "Babe, can we go to the store? Will you get the kids like chips and shit?" He would say, "I don't want to go. He was always freaking out because he was doing, what? You can imagine what. He would give me his card. And he would go to sleep. And I would take my kids and I would buy like $300 worth of stuff. No lie, I didn't care that it was Dollar General clothing, I would get them little jeans and a lot of snacks and cookies and shit and throw them in my cajuela. And then when I would come back real nice with just a bag of chips and I would tell him, "Did you fall asleep?" "Oh, I'm sorry, I fell asleep." Not knowing that I was gone for a little bit more than an hour. I know, but he never told. He knew. Come on, he gets his bank statements. He knew that I was going crazy, but he let me get it all the time, and I, should he have told me at that moment or checked this card and told me, "Hey, you bought this," I would have told him, "I pues you're my boyfriend, and tú sabes, no?" Pero he never knew, or he just didn't say anything. Also, he worked at this produce warehouse where they bag all the fruit and vegetables, and then they, oh, I see a little birdie. At my other house in the apartments, I had a big can, and we would put in there like popcorn, pieces of cookie, tortilla, whatever. And every morning I would go like that, and right in front of my door, all the little birdies would come. So my kids loved. I always taught them that, para que vieran los little birdies. I did it to Jesse too when he was growing up, but he doesn't remember nothing. He says he remembers that I hit him once. I don't even remember. But I did hit my son. I hit her, la pobrecita. I didn't know she was crazy. Crazy. I don't have the rights to that song. I love Patsy Cline, guys. Bueno, guys, ya me voy porque ya se me andan cayendo los pelos acá. Pelos con huevos. Bueno, pelos con huevos, pues. I love you guys very much. Thank you for all your support. I know that even though if you don't comment, I know that you most of you are watching my videos. Thank you so much. There's that new guy. I think it was a guy that had told me that I have an Instagram. I don't remember his name, but shake it for you. Whoever you are that you said, do I have an Instagram? No, but I have big ass boobs that look like bull balls. Huevos de toro. I was gonna take a sip. There's no more. don't want to because then I'm going to start peeing. I already want to pee. You notice I was able to stand an hour and 20 minutes and not had to pee. But I drank water, so that's good. And I have soda right here, guys. I have still my zero cherry Dr. Pepper. It's very delicious, eh? It's because yesterday, Julia, when she went to take the kids home, and Jessie, she told me, I'm going to Sonia, do you want me to bring you one of those cherry boba? And I was like, yes. And then she was walking out and said, you can bring me a burger if you want one. And she did, she brought me a burger. But it was a big fat one. I could barely open my mouth. And the fries were salty as always from Sonic, so they stayed there. We were giving them to the dogs. Love fries. But como que they love McDonald's fries better. I haven't had a McDonald's. I had already told me how when we go to McDonald's one of these days, I want a Big Mac and my little green burger that I used to eat. But I think that I can't eat it all anymore. Porque ya me lleno pronto. But that was salad. I think what filled me was the tostaditas. These are the kinds that you get at Sam's when you get a box with 3 bags. And I had taken two for Christmas. I had taken 2 bags because I told them I was going to take the chile con queso. Remember I told you guys, and I shredded the chicken in there? Well, Julia did it all for me. I just tell her how or what to do. Or she'll tell me, text me so I can know how to make it. Like right now, me, and I guess just Sam and Abram, we love something called chilindrinas. You know what that is? It's a chicharrón like this, but I like the big one. We like the big ones. They sell them at Food King, so we have to go to Food King. And then the big thing of cueritos, skins, but in vinegar. And then you have to get, you can go to Sam's and get the bag of the coleslaw mix. Valentina. Avocado. Julia bought the little avocado things and she bought the big bag of the thing. So I guess we would just have to go buy the things and the cueritos and the sour cream. Let's see if we can buy them for tomorrow, maybe for Sunday. I can mukbang on a chicharrón. They're fucking good, guys. I used to gross out on the pig skins. I was like, oh, it's gross, in vinegar. I would see my husband eat it in Juarez and Samantha, and I would be like, cochino, I mean, it feels funny. It does feel funny in your mouth if you get a piece, and it's good because it's vinegary, a little baby bit spicy maybe, but the texture is like chicle, like that. So that's what trips me out. But it's fucking good when you bite into it here in the thing, and you have aguacate, the repollo, the cueritos, crema, Valentina. You could put cebolla, tomate if you want. I don't. Sometimes we put tomato, banana, onion. And you just, it's so fucking bomb, guys. It's so fucking bomb. Just like my kids enjoyed their dinner, their New Year's Eve dinner, because we got them the turkey legs. So we all had a turkey leg and the baked potato with sour cream and not the bacon bits, but the other one that I've showed you is a little like red pink bag from Walmart. It's like $5. But actually it has a lot of little bacons in there. That you could throw it in when you're scrambling your eggs. Y sabe bien sabroso. And you can make yourself a burrito or whatever. My back. See, my back is starting to fuck with me already. I need to take off my clothes and I need to lay down because you can't sit long when you have sciatica. That's why I'm always moving around, because if it's not the sciatica, it's my neck and my back. My fucking back, man. Big back. Pinche big back, ¿verdad? Bueno, guys. Cuídense. Pórtense bien. Make it a habit now that we're in the new year to please do so. I wouldn't tell you nothing for a bad reason. Get into the habit. If you don't go to church, get into a habit of praying, even if it's in your head. When you go eat somewhere, anywhere, fuck the world, and just thank the Lord for this food I'm about to eat, and just real quick, getting good with God, guys. She fell down. Did you fall down? Nah. It sounded like they put their everywhere you touch, I feel like fucking pelo. Pelos con güey. Ah. That one was stuck to this pestaña, pues por la glue, ¿verdad? Bueno, nos guachamos, cuídense, pórtense bien. And if you can, if you already are a praying person, go to church, even if you go to your Catholic one, but go have a relationship with God, because a lot of shit's happening. And I was talking to this one guy, you know, and we got along good and everything, but I think le caí poquito mal because I started talking about God or something, and I said, it's because yeah, but 5 years you've been alone, don't you? And I don't want to. I don't want it. If that was the case, shit, I have a friend that's a neighbor that would do me the favor. I have a lot of vatos that I can call and tell them, hey, come in. They would, but what for? Thank God that God took away the urges, the feelings, and all that. I'm not gonna lie, like in those 5 years, I've only kissed 2 guys. Once in a while, I'll start thinking and I'll start remembering, because I loved kissing. That I miss kissing. Only. Not boobies and nah. Because probably by the time they get down there, I'll drown them. Nah. Just kidding. No, but I guess I don't get like that no more. Because when I was dating that second guy, we kissed, and he kissed the way I love to be kissed, like rough, like, and that was turning me on. I went to the bathroom and there was nothing there. I was dry as a fucking bone. When I thought, oh my God, I bet you, and the chingados, God really took away all that shit from me. And he could do anything for you if you pray with all your heart and you really mean it. When you're alone, he will give you everything you want. But when he knows that it's time, when he knows that you're ready to receive whatever it is that you're asking for, like me, I keep asking for a house. Don't make me cry now. My thing is I need to go on live so that I can get people, so I can get money now. You know what I mean? I want to leave my kids a big house, a big house, and at least that, Jesus, they were calculating Ash Trevino's money, so according to the TikToks only, okay? Is it the TikToks? Yeah. She probably makes about $12,000 for the month, not including other monies that they get, No manches, esa vieja está podrida en dinero, pero she don't know what to do with it. Lo gasta lo pendejo nomás ahí con ese vato. Está bien pendeja, pobrecita. Está bien pendeja. I have, in her messages, I have had sent her. No, not on her. On Yellow Rich, the one that follows her. Really good. I like the way she covers her. The T page. On that one, I did write down some heavy duty stuff there, and I said somebody's gonna get at me and tell me, hey, don't be talking that shit or something. Nobody did. But it's things that if you watch her, you know everything that she's done. Or the way she treats her kids, or the way everything, you know everything. It's like the song, I Love to Hate You. I love her, and then sometimes I feel like very sad for her, because like when she's crying, wait. Pero es que ella tiene la culpa de todo. You are going to get treated. Ladies, please don't let a man fucking hurt you and touch you in the wrong way. Please don't. I never have been hit. Nor will I, because I'm already out the door, ya estoy vigía, ya pa' qué. Don't let a man, once he does this to you or whatever, córtalo. Why? There's a lot of fish in the sea. There's tons of men that would want to be with you in a snap. Don't let yourselves. Women that get hit, I'm sorry if some of you have been hit. I'm so sorry for you. But just remember this, okay? The man will only do to you what you allow him to. See? If you don't put a stop to that bullshit, don't even go any further. because it's just gonna get worse. And then you're gonna get trapped in a fucking vicious cycle. And then the bad thing, your kids are watching and listening to you guys argue and fuck you, la chingada. And then they're gonna grow up and be like you, all tonta. No. Show them to have balls. That's why my kids are good. Mira, my kids are home only because Samantha already got married, pero mis kids aquí siempre están. Mi hija cuando se va de vez en cuando con sus amiguitas, and then they'll drive her back. Somebody that's sober will drive her back, you know? And she can go out anytime she wants to. For a while there, it was really hard because a few times when she started going out and I started getting these crazy things that I was getting. Like the other day I went crazy because my sugar dropped to 52, I think it was. And I was sitting there. Hágase cuenta que estaba bien borracha. And I could feel myself, my head like this. I could feel myself. I'm talking stupid gibberish and then I was all, Julia, así como borracha, neta. I mean, I should have told her to record me because I want to see what the fuck I say and do some things I don't. A lot of things I don't remember. I just remember she gave me an ice cream. Oh, I don't even know what else. But she bought me a bag of Kit Kats the other day, and it's I haven't even touched it. They're in the freezer. And I love chocolate, but, you know, because of those 11 pounds, you know, I want to keep losing. I need to go down to, I want to go down to at least 180. No le hace que te gordita, pero, you know, just take these 10 muffins off of me. Fucking put them under here so they could be normal, not all the way down here. I feel like a fucking camel toe. Bueno, camel toes, ya los dejo porque ya ustedes como me hacen que hable mucho. Se salen la madre. No, just kidding. Bye, guys. I love you and your hug. And have a great year and behave and pray for people even if you hate them, okay? Pray for me, I'll pray for you. Bye, my loves.